to another edition of Our House! We've got some great stuff on the show today. We've got the Late Yetis! We have got the Phrase! And kicking off today's show, we've got the Systematics!
And you're watching Our House.
And joining me on the sofa today, I've got a rock and roll band who were formed via a love of cider and the New York Dolls. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Systematics.
Hello everyone.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Give us a quick introduction. Who you are, what you do in the band.
I'm George, guitarist and backing vocals.
I'm Gaz, I play drums.
I'm Roxy, I sing and play bass guitar.
Brilliant. And we're missing a couple of members today.
Yeah, we're missing.
Just the one.
Oh, just the one.
Yeah, Mark Lady Killer Lewis. Because he actually kills ladies. Sometimes. He's guitarist, stunt guitarist. He plays all little bits of solos that I can't do.
Right. I thought you were the stunt guitarist because you shot us with your guitar in your live performance.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of showmanship that I do.
I like it. So tell us about the Systematics, how you all got together, how you formed.
Do you want to go do this one?
Yeah, I can talk all day. So me and George met at college. We've had loads of drummers in the past. I know Gareth because we live near each other, so he's been with us a few months. And we met Mark because he put an ad in Johnny Roadhouse in Manchester, and he's been with us about 4 years.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so you're a rock and roll band. So
Yeah.
who are your influences?
Oh, well. I'm into stuff like, I'm into Muddy Waters.
Right.
And I'm a huge Frank Zappa fan, which both of those never get a say in anything we play. So I kind of, I'm always a frustrated guitarist. I just want to do epic albums, but never get anything done. Roxanne's...
Nirvana, I'd have to say, was my favourite band of all time. I've got a massive soft spot for Libertines. Pete Doherty is just amazing. Horrors, that kind of stuff. Blondie, obviously.
Yeah.
Gareth?
I'll say quite similar, to be honest. I did like Buddy Rich.
Dead? Not anymore?
He's dead now, isn't he?
Oh, right, okay. So for someone who's never heard you guys before, how would you describe yourself? How would you sell yourselves to us?
How would we sell the Systematics?
Well, if you come watch us live, Roxanne wears low-cut tops. Brilliant. That's one thing. That's one thing that...
So you've got like a hot bassist, yeah?
Yeah, the bassist.
Hot drummer.
There we go.
Hot drummer, yeah.
We try our best, don't we? We try our best. We try to live life, aren't we?
Yeah.
As best we can.
Well, you've opened up today's show with Heartbreaker, which is instantly stuck in my head, and I've been bouncing around the house singing along to. So, where did that come from? Who wrote that?
I'll pass you on to Rob.
It was actually me and Mark that wrote Heartbreaker. Usually it's me and George that write most of the songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mark wrote the music to that, and I wrote the lyrics. Just a bit of a grungy kind of sexy song, I think, Heartbreaker.
Yeah. Is there any influence behind it? Has anyone broke your heart?
Not yet.
Oh, good. So there's some exciting stuff coming up for you at the minute. You're on the City Apps,
City Beat Apps. Yeah.
So tell us a bit more about that then.
Well, that's Man City have decided to promote bands.
Man City, yay or boo? We've got one yay over there, but most boo. But anyway, so go on, Man City.
Right, yeah, Man City have decided to promote bands to try and get sort of bands that they love known, really, trying to help. And Mike Pickering, who's a Manchester DJ, and M People, he kind of chose some bands that they gave him that they liked, and he's in M People. I didn't know.
Was it in M People?
I don't know.
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure he was in M People. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure he was.
They chose that, got in touch, and they basically said, we're bringing out this application where fans can remix the music and kind of, make it go whoa, 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 and like go do, do, do and stuff. I'm not very electronically minded with mixing. And you can be like a DJ and stuff. And you can win prizes, fabulous prizes. I don't know any of them because they haven't told us what prizes, but you can win prizes. You can get, I think that they'll play a remix of the song, but we don't own the remixes. The City own the remixes once they're put to us.
Basically, it's just an app that you can mix records on. That's what the City Beats app is.
Yeah, there we go.
Just a bit.
And the song that's on it is called "Beat Up My Brow." So what's that about?
It's about when you really like someone and they tick the boxes for you, but they're a bit of a... Can you swear on this?
You can, yeah.
A bit of a cunt at the same time.
Hey! Woo! Fantastic. What about albums, anything like that?
We're really lucky because Gaz did recording at uni. So we're just kind of mixing tracks in-house at the moment, which sound really good. So we think we'll maybe do some like kind of guerrilla recording. But yeah, it's sounding quite good at the moment, so
it's on its way.
yeah. And we're writing some new stuff as well, which we just wrote a new song. You've Been Shot. I'm going to play you like my Stratocaster. We're not sure of the title yet. But yeah, got some.
So you've got some hidden talents. Roxanne, you like to tell jokes. Tell us a joke.
Let me remember my joke. Okay. Who is the safest person that works at a hospital?
Who?
The ultrasound person.
Yay or nay?
I think it's a really sweet, nice joke. That. What time does Sean Connery arrive at Wimbledon?
Go on.
Tenish. He's heard that one before.
They're getting a little bit better.
And that's about it for the jokes, I think.
Okay. And George, your hidden talent. You're a filmmaker as well.
Yeah, I've got a production company and just making music videos and documentaries and stuff.
Excellent.
And one's been, I'm going down to London to I've been nominated for an award with the BFI and BAFTA and stuff. And it's for up and coming filmmakers. So I'm, if you ever need anyone to do the camera work, anyone's out, just call on me.
George, you've got hair on your mouth.
I've got hair on my mouth. Thanks. Cheers for that.
And
you always have to knock me down.
It's still
I try. I tried it. I thought, oh great, I'm gonna have some me time. I'm gonna show off. Well, no, hair in your mouth. Right, never mind.
So eventually, do you want to go into making long films, or is it just a short thing?
I want to sort of get in the industry, break it a bit better. Yeah. And do some documentary work. Make some, hopefully, maybe some bands that are on stage. But like, right, okay, fine, right, yeah. I make films. I enjoy it. There we go. Right, what do you want to ask next? Oh, it's all right.
So finally, just then, if anyone wants to hear you or see you, where can we find you? Facebook, Twitter, websites, anything like that you want to plug?
I think I've memorised this. www.facebook.com/The Systematics or thesystematics.bandcamp.com. Is that right?
Yeah. Or thesystematics.co.uk.
Oh, that one.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Your music's brilliant and look forward to seeing more of you in the future. So thank you very much. The Systematics.
Da-da, da-da, yeah.
It's a little hard. I love you. 'Cause when life gets a little hard, you're a stranger in disguise. All I saw were your beautiful eyes, and looking back, I was blind. Now I see you, and I need you. 'Cause when life gets a little hard, I love you. 'Cause when life gets a little hard,
And joining me on the sofa today, I've got a band. They've come all the way from Basingstoke to Manchester for us. It's The Phrase. First of all, thank you for travelling all this way. How long did it take you to get here?
Like 5 hours, 4 hours on the train or something like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And is it your first trip to Manchester?
It is. I don't think any of us
Yeah.
been to Manchester. No.
So what was your initial, first impressions, be honest?
Cold.
Yes, it is. It's always cold in Manchester. And you're all staying at your manager's mum's house.
Oh, yes.
Poor mum, how's she finding it?
She's a really nice lady, actually.
Yeah.
Very hospitable.
If we start at that end, just pass the mic over that end. Give us an introduction, who you are, what you do in the band.
I'm Corin, I'm the drummer. I'm Jordan, I'm the rhythm guitarist.
I'm Matt, I play the bass.
I'm Kai, I play the keyboards.
I'm Jack, I play lead guitar and vocals.
Brilliant.
Sing vocals.
Good stuff. So you all went to school together, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did the band initially form? Were you all just in it together, or was there a couple of you? Or
Well, me and Corin, we just kind of decided to meet up and have a jam one day. I sounded god awful with guitar and drums. But then Kai kind of came in afterwards, added a bit of piano to it, even shitter. And then another guitar. And then around Christmas time, Matt came in and started playing bass for us. And that kind of filled out the sound a bit. And yeah.
Yeah. So you've all just kind of finished school. How long have you actually been together as a band?
3 years.
Pretty much.
Well, not to like as this lineup.
Yeah, all together it's 7
Yeah.
months, something like that.
So considering you've only just got out of school, that's a massive achievement to be in a band and to be doing all these gigs. You've done Battle of the Bands recently, haven't you?
Yeah, that was in February time. We came third out of 4 or 5 bands. And
Yeah.
It was a point system. There were 400 points available. We missed out by 7 points to the first place band.
Right.
I think they're on tour somewhere. They're on their England Road.
Yeah. And you were the youngest band that actually took part in it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. So tell us a little bit about your music. So for someone who's never heard of you before, how would you describe yourselves?
Well, we never really know what to say when people ask this. It's kind of, Carl, obviously we've got Carl on the piano or keyboard.
Soft rock, maybe.
Soft and hard rock.
Indie reggae thing.
Bit of everything. And who would you say kind of influences your music then to write?
We've got a lot of different influences. For me, Jimi Hendrix, greatest guitarist ever, in my opinion. People might disagree. Kai?
U2, Radiohead, things like that.
Okay. So you've done quite a few massive gigs as well. So you've done something in relation to the Olympic torch. So tell us about that.
Well, that was kind of just, it was the Guildford Olympic Torch celebration. So it was a little bit over kind of
we were
advertised to us.
We were told we were going to play in front of about 25,000 people or so, going to be on the same stage as Rizzle Kicks and everything. Obviously they're quite big. We got there, we drove past the tent on the way in, and it was just kind of a moment of realisation that we've been pretty fucked over. Yeah.
So it's glammed up a bit, but not as glamorous as you'd expected.
It was a really good gig though. It was really enjoyable. There was some cool people there.
So in relation to, because you're all quite young, what sort of songs do you write about? What's the content of your songs?
Well, we'll go over to you, Kai.
I don't know. Songs about love and growing up and stuff, I say.
That sounds fantastic.
There you go.
For me, my kind of the way I write is I just kind of start off with a little guitar idea and then just write lyrics that kind of suit that. And kind of fit out with it. So
yeah,
it's not really any subjects.
So do you all write together?
No, separately.
Yeah, we kind of bring ideas to the band and everything. Everyone else puts their kind of part into it, and it just kind of flows like that.
Yeah. So what does the future hold for the Phrase?
No idea. Hopefully good things.
Yeah.
I have no idea what though.
So you've done a couple of gigs recently. Tell us about those.
Can I remember what happened with the gigs?
Where were they? What's this all about here? This T-shirt that you're wearing?
Yeah, this is a charity. You're better off talking about it.
It's a charity called Little Luca. It's basically raising money for leukemia research. No.
Steve McDonald, he set us up with a gig in November, or was it October? I can't remember the month. Anyway, and he set us up with that, and it worked out. It's so he gave us these shirts. He does quite a lot with the charity, so we I am quite a bit up here. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to hearing you guys. So thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for the Phrase.
Well, it's a tight squeeze on the sofa today, but joining me on the sofa, it's the Late Yetis, everyone! So we are going to start from this end. Give us an introduction, what you do in the band.
Hello. I'm Faz. I play the drums.
I'm Dave. I play the bass.
I'm Dan. I'm guitar.
Noel, vocals.
I'm Reese. I'm the synth player.
I'm Rob. I'm the other guitar.
Brilliant. Yeah. So you guys have had a bit of a trek here. Where have you come from?
We've come from London, all over the place, mainly North London. South London for me, North London for all these other guys. So, yeah.
Your first time in Manchester, or have you been here before?
We used to live here.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, in Salford.
In Salford, yeah.
Sunny Salford.
Yeah, lovely Salford.
It's good to be back.
Good. So give us a little bit of background on the Late Yetis and how long have you guys been together?
About a year, I think. Sort of an amalgamation of bands that we played in before. Rob and I were in a band for 10 years, in a hardcore band. And we called Matahari, toured with the Lost Prophets and stuff. That was really cool.
Yeah.
And these guys...
Well, I come from a little country called Brunei.
Represent.
Yeah.
Yeah, represent. Dave and I went to school together.
Yeah, I grew up there.
And then this guy came to Brunei.
Mm-hmm.
He had a band there, worked with his band. And then...
The Snakes. I mean the Snakes.
Yeah. And then now we're here.
Yeah, we were in a band called Pebble Ridge before that in Manchester. For a couple of years, that was good. Did the circuit here, it was fun.
Yeah, then we moved to London and...
Me? I used to work with Rob in a guitar shop, and that's how we know each other. I didn't know any of these other clowns until I had the misfortune of ending up in a band with all of you. Yeah.
Great. The first time that I've seen you guys was through a video on YouTube, a video called The One.
Yes.
So, really, really good video.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who made it? Whose idea was it to make that video?
It was actually Fadz's idea. Here, he had all the equipment. It's all his equipment, actually. And
Who storylined the whole thing?
it was pretty much you, wasn't it, bro?
No, it was...
Was it?
Ben.
It was this director guy from France. So
Benjamin Capaletti.
Yeah, Benjamin Capaletti. He's a great director. He's worked with a lot of like big, like mostly metal bands and then indie bands as well. So we had him fly over for the weekend, and then he just pitched the idea of like a Kill Bill type of storyline.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw it.
So, yeah, pretty much revenge.
Yeah.
Dave dies in it. And then
Yeah.
Supposedly he's like Noel's brother. And he's like, revenge.
On my wedding day as well. Some people.
I managed to die twice in that music video.
We had a huge cast of extras.
Definitely.
Logistically, it was a nightmare, but we got through it, didn't we? So yeah, it was
Made us stronger.
amazing. Yeah.
Longest 2 days of my life.
We've shared that video on our website already, so if you scroll down,
That's
then
very cool.
you will find it. But we'll share it again for our viewers in case they've not seen it. The Late Yetis, where did the name come from? Because that's very unusual.
So we all like music from the late 80s.
Okay.
So we wanted to go for the sort of less subtle version, rather than being called the Late Yetis. Late 80s, sorry. We picked a word that rhymed with 80s, so Yetis, and that's it, pretty much. So
Yeah.
Very, very, very deep.
really deep. Yeah.
I just love stories of where the names come from because they're just random. It's really
It's pretty random. Yeah.
So for someone who's not heard you guys before, what sort of sound would you have? Would you describe it as 80s or just inspired by 80s or?
Think of the very, very best
band you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And times it by 1,000,000. Sort of what we sound like.
Yeah.
Have you done any big gigs or anything, or have you got anything coming up at all?
We've actually got quite a few gigs coming up, but I mean, I don't know how soon people will see this, but I mean, in the next 3 weeks, I think we've got 4 gigs, so we're doing stuff all the time, but a whole variety of things. It changes. We're just trying to expand and do more, like a wider variety of places at the minute, rather than just focusing on the same London scene. We're trying to get out and do as many things as we can do. So you know, just get ourselves out there, start marketing, and
How about albums? Anything like that upcoming?
EP. Oh yeah, we do have a 5-track EP coming out soon. We have a name for it already. It's going to be called the Festival of the Electric Dead. And
just out of interest, where's that come from?
I don't know. Basically,
a really good night.
A really good night. What we are is like we're like electro power rock. So like you get like electronic music combined with like 80s pop music combined with like new indie stuff. So that's kind of like what's going on. So got 5 tracks coming out. Got the artwork done. So probably like in the next month or so, hopefully.
Okay.
It should be out by the time you're watching this.
Yeah.
So download it on iTunes.
If it is, we will post a link underneath right here, just here, if you can see it. If it's not there, it's not out yet. What about Facebook, Twitter, that sort of thing? Where can we find you and see you?
All over. Yeah, we're on Facebook and Twitter, and it's just / The Late Yetis. We've also got a SoundCloud as well. The 5 tracks are up there at the moment, but they'll probably be gone when we release the EP. So yeah, all over the place.
Generally when we have bands on, we've got, you know, the drunk one, the lazy one. Have you got any kind of characteristics in that band, or do you all work together?
I think the drunk ones are these 6.
Right.
Yeah, the lazy ones are these 6.
So you all kind of work well together anyway, as a team.
Yes.
Yeah. And you're going to be performing some acoustic tracks for us. Tell us about the songs you're going to be performing today.
The first one's called Beyond the Meter. That's basically about courting my wife. Yeah.
For all the ladies.
Well, come on, guys.
Very lucky.
Yeah. That's about courting my wife. Second one's about. What's the second one about?
Oh, the second one's about basically it's based on like teenage girl fantasy about liking a boy too much, and then
does that come from experience?
No, teenage girls. It's actually inspired by quite a true story. You know, like a girl likes a boy too much. She doesn't know what she's doing. Really young, and then takes a bit of drugs, and then too much drugs, and kaput.
Oh.
It's a happy story.
Yeah. It sounds it.
Then she turns into a ghost and haunts him.
It's sort of loosely. Sorry, it's loosely based on. Have you seen the movie Shutter?
No, I've not. No.
Okay, so it's loosely based on that. Yeah.
But better than that.
Yeah.
Again, by 1,000,000.
So can we expect a cool little video to go with that then at some point? Yeah.
Spooky video.
Great. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing these acoustics. So let's get on with it. Thank you very much for joining us. The Late Yetis, everyone.
Hi, we are Alpha Beat.
Hi, I'm Dave Moultram from Shawaddy Waddy.
Right, I'm River from the 66.
Hey, this is Naeem from Fatal Star.
It's your boy Kruger, you don't know what this is. Right now you're watching Our House.
Our house. Our house.
Our house.
Our house.
Our house.
Our house.
wanna shout out her name and run, but now we're stuck in her true game. We start to play but fall in traps that we create. We all sit there, we all stare. Rate demeanor and she looks so cold. I know how to tell, I'll be the one. She'll pull the trigger when she sees my girl. Under the moon of June, 3 sheets to the wind. All my thoughts impure. Would have been different if you never said hello. We build the walls, we take them down. Under the sun and moonlit skies in front of us, we all sit there, we all stare. Wait demeanor and she looks so cold. I know how to talk, I'll be the one. She'll pull the trigger when she sees my girl. Da 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 da, yeah. 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 We all sit there, we all stare. Wait demeanor and she looks so cold. I know how to talk, I'll be the one. She'll pull the trigger when she sees my girl. Under the moon of June, 3 sheets to the wind. All my thoughts impure. It would have been different